Welcome to another episode of Financially Naked on the Money Couch. And guess what we have in store for you today? Today we do not have a guest. Why don't we have a guest?
Because we always want to give you sometimes facts only, and we just want to give you more knowledge. Yes, we are all about giving stories, but also for us to integrate those stories, we need some facts that we can relate to.
Exactly.
Exactly. So today, one of those episodes where we just want to give clarity and some reality facts about a certain topic.
Yep. Which brings us to today's topic. And what we'll be discussing today is the difference between financial planning and financial coaching.
Yeah.
All right. So Utembisa works as a financial planner. I work as a financial planner, but she is skilled a little bit more in terms of financial
coach as well.
All right. So Utembisa, Australia, yini financial coaching. Before speaking now with difference, what is it actually before speaking now financial coaching, guys? Iman, whoa, yini financial planning.
Yes. So with financial planning, it's more of a technical process because obviously it needs some technical skills. As the word said, planning, there is a strategies that needs to be implemented. There is planning needs to be done about your finances, obviously financial. So financial planning is all about putting in place a plan that will strategize to solve your financial problems. Then we implement solutions so that we can solve those problems. So financial planning will be done by a financial planner, where a financial planner needs to be someone who is qualified, that will help you, sit down with you, understand who you are, what do you need in terms of financial solutions.
So we do a whole financial needs
analysis.
Yeah.
So financial planning is all about identifying the needs, the wants, the goals of a person. So it's more about just have that encounter with the financial planner where they get to know your financial objectives, if I can summarize it that way.
And then they strategize a solution or a plan on how to actually achieve those financial
goals.
All right.
So for example, a financial planning process can solve your retirement needs. I am 33 years old. I am a mother of two. I'm currently working and earning so much money. I do want to retire at 55.
Okay.
A financial planner will then tell me, so and so you are this age, the solutions that can work for you to achieve the goals that you have to retire at 55 is you saving for retirement this much in this product.
Okay.
All
right. So we specify the different products.
The different products as well.
Achieve that.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So that is financial planning. It's more technical and it's specific to those financial goals.
100%. All right. So I get I get what financial planning is. Not that I didn't know. I was just helping you guys. So then tell us what you need a financial coach, or even before we get to what financial coaching is, why did you, after being qualified as a certified financial planner and practicing as a financial planner and running your own practice on top of that, why did you see the need to now go study further and get a qualification in financial coaching?
Okay. So after, I think at my 5th year of practicing a financial planner, dealing with different age groups, either all people who are at retirement, I've seen that when they get to retirement, it's either they don't have enough money. But you'll find that I've had financial advisors or financial planners my whole life, but they still didn't achieve their goals. So was it a matter of financial planning not working? No. You find young people have the opportunity of dealing with a financial planner. You do a great financial plan with them, but they don't follow it. Then I had to dig deep. What is it that make people not stick on their financial planner? No matter how great the financial plan you have created as a financial planner, somehow, some way, the client will drop that plan. They will not follow the implementation.
After all that
hard work. Then I found out that in reality, money is not only about papers and numbers that we see in the bank accounts. It starts within us. Money relates to us, then whatever then happens in our bank accounts, in our spending, is based on us. How we have grown up and being told some things about money, how we understand money, how we feel when we have money or don't have money.
Okay, so are you saying with imali, it's not just a physical exchange thing,
money
but it has emotions.
Energy.
Okay.
Money is energy, money is emotions, money is behavior. Money is you first before it's numbers.
All right.
Because that's why we've got shows like I Blew It. Because no matter if I give you a 50 million rand, if you don't have money in you, in your energy, in your mind, money will go away. Because
and what you believe about money also comes into play.
Into the physical form of money. So that's what I discovered, that people don't have relationship with money.
Yeah.
They just know money as numbers. They just know that money comes in and it needs to go out. And that's the language you create with money, which is created by you. So that's where I discovered, okay, all that thing is actually coaching. It's more about a person than it comes out as the actions that a person do to the physical form of money.
Okay. So if I were to come see a financial coach, what are the financial behaviors or financial wounds, or what would be that process look like?
Okay, so as a financial coach, we need to understand, and on the financial coaching process, you need to understand yourself, and your financial coach needs to help you get into that space, because most of us think we understand ourselves. But
so it's like you're attending therapy.
Therapy.
Like therapy.
It's therapy because it's more about psychology of money. It's more about emotional side of things about money. So when you sit down, I had to go through that process myself to say, what does money mean to me?
Answer that for us. Tell us, what
does money mean to me? For me, it means stability and freedom. And that means if I have money, the energy or the things that I do direct me to achieve that freedom. Freedom means I can work at any point, at any time, at my control, but without suffering or without to worry about money. So I've worked into a point that money provides that freedom. You know, stability means money needs to provide me with security, stableness. I should not worry about not having money because there is a lot of it that coming in. It's stable. It doesn't run out. So I needed to learn that and believe that first. And whatever action subconsciously your mind tells you that these are 1, 2, 3 that you need to do so that you will not run out of money. And then it transpire, you know. So
the first question that you were to ask yourself whilst coaching an individual would be, what does money mean to them?
To you,
and you've described that with imali
when. Yes. So that when you work, and whatever you do to bring you money, will achieve the motivation because most people work for the sake of earning a salary. But they've told their environment that the salary will get into the 25, by the 27 you don't have anything because there is no meaning, or their main meaning or the surface is that money is to pay bills.
100%.
But is money
a very, very, very valid point.
Yeah. So, but is it really? Did you work so hard just to pay bills and suffer again? You know,
and then for another, there's nothing.
For another 30 days.
Exactly. There's nothing as painful. I always tell my friends or whoever that I'll be doing a financial coaching or planning session with, or would say, there's nothing as painful as working 40 hours if long.
You suffer. You save regards.
Exactly. 25th or the 30th or the 1st, you get paid.
2 days late, you broke.
And then you have to suffer again. Then you end up asking yourself, what's the point? Why am I doing this?
That's why people get into financial depression, which we'll talk about that some other day.
And it affects even your job satisfaction, your job performance, etc.
Even hating your family that you need to support. Because now you don't have the core value, or you haven't answered the question, why?
Why am I doing this?
Why am I doing this? Why do I want to get money?
Yeah. School fees
You
or
get
whatever the case is.
frustrated,
Exactly.
you know.
Sure.
But me now, who has answered the question of stability, of what does money mean to me, I know exactly that I'm working for my kid to attend school, good school, and that's part of my stability. I'm working for my freedom, which means when I want to go on holiday, I can go. That's part of my freedom. So when I work and make sure that I've got several streams of income, it's not painful. Because I know where is that directing me.
Several streams of income. So
that it's not painful at all because it's all in the direction of why, why. So that's what coaching is all about. Okay. Understanding yourself, your why, and how does money make you feel.
Okay.
That's very important. Some of us, money give us anxiety because why? Again, we don't know what to do with it.
Sure.
So when it's there, you're now frustrated. Yeah. There's a lot of people who suffer from salary anxiety day.
Yeah.
So whenever they get paid, they get that anxiety.
I actually have a client. Every time she gets paid, what should
I do?
Exactly.
Because you haven't answered again.
Exactly.
The why. And I've had a conversation with one of my friend who said every time when I get paid, I make sure I go and pay everything on the same day, withdraw all of it, my bank account will stay empty. I'm like, but mine stay, and I've got all my debit order on the same day of my salary. I was like, but you're telling money that it shouldn't stay with you. And that's the language you're talking to your money. You know, even if I give you 100 million, you will want to finish that 100 million in a day. Do you get what I'm saying? Because your subconscious mind, the subconscious mind tells you that money doesn't stay with me. You're telling that the money that there's no home in you.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's like having a pauper mindset versus having a princely mindset.
Yeah, yes.
If you're in a princely or kingdom kind of thing, I pay.
But
if you're a pauper, exactly,
you've got that fear.
Exactly.
So I told her that I get paid on the 25, sometime on the 15, because I've got different, but whenever money comes, I give it a chance, stay in my bank account at least for 3 days without me even touching it. I don't even have the culture of pay days equal to restaurant day. No, that's not me.
So then when do your debit orders go?
My debit orders goes on the 1st, 5 days after, and the money will still be there. I don't have this anxiety that where by that time it won't be there because I've created a safe space for my money. And because we've got that relationship with money now, even if the small amounts that comes, they just know they are safe. So money then gets a safe space to me. And when, like Kanimba once said, when money wants to be safe, it comes to me. You know? So money finds its space to me. And that's financial coaching. That's knowing that you have a good relationship with money.
Okay.
And money make you feel safe. And the money will also find itself safe with you. Okay.
So what are some of the financial wounds that probably you've sat down with a client or a client may present that maybe even umuntu ohlele ekhaya njengamanje is not even aware that this is a financial wound that I maybe have inherited, or just as a culture and kulekaya, it's how ingening mean.
Okay. So remember that when we grow up in especially us Black people, when we grow up in our homes, one of the things that we grow up being told every day, there is no money. Even if your mother got paid or your father got paid on the same day and you ask for something, so that is instilled in your head. Mali is not there.
Okay.
There is no money. And that creates a wound. Even if you then become a doctor and you earn 60K, you still tell yourself that imal ayiko. But ayiko for what? Ayiko for who? You know, there is no money for what and for who. And that creates a wound that sometimes we're not aware of, because whenever that money is there, now it's available. But we still have that thing of, I need to spend it on something. I need to do this so that money will end up being not there.
Sometimes we're so stuck up in ukuthi le mali ngiyazi izophela, so I better do something, buy something with it that's big, so that when someone asks me what did you do with that money, I bought this.
Even if you don't need that, because sometimes we buy things that we don't need, but we convince ourselves that we need it because we want to buy money. So some of the wounds come from our childhood things that have been said to us. Imali ayikho, money is scarce. That's a very big good that we've been told. You have to work hard for money. That's the painful one. That's why we see a lot of young people. It's not a bad thing that you work. You need to work. But there's another side. Money can work for you.
Okay.
You know? And that's the thing we've not been introduced to that. Well, yes, there are points where you need to work hard for money.
Yes.
But flip side, money, when you've worked hard for it, can reward you and it can work for you. So you don't need to work hard for money for the rest of your life. So those are the wounds. Another thing is that we've been told that, I don't know if it's being told, but the society have made it a point that you can't say no to people that are close to you.
Okay.
All right.
And this sounds like a therapy session.
And that creates a very false or a painful thing, because I've coached most young people who can't say no. Yes, if you can't say no to yourself first, it will be difficult to say no to another next person.
In what point would at what circumstance or at what situation would I find myself saying no to myself?
You need to say no to yourself on things that are not serving you and your future and your purpose.
Okay.
Sometimes we say yes because we are pressured by the people that are around us and the circles that we live in. So if I'm a doctor, there's this conception that I should drive a certain car.
Okay.
I should live in a certain suburb. But is that serving you and your purpose and your future?
Okay.
You haven't asked yourself, but you're saying yes to something that is not for you, but is for the profession that you're in.
Sure.
The moment you start saying no to yourself, Tembisa, I don't need this.
Okay.
Tembisa, I don't need to drive a Mercedes just because the bank tells me I qualify for that. You know, I'm saying no to this for now because I know in the future I can probably say yes to it when I really can afford to it.
Okay.
How is then gonna be easy for me to say no to my mother who's gonna come and say, I need to change these sofas if I can't say no to myself? Okay. So those are the things that we get into ourselves. You borrow people money, they don't bring it back. We even afraid to talk about money and call it out by its name. So someone will borrow money from you, and when you want it back, imali is not impahla. Just say it and say, you know, being comfortable to talk about money is also the first step. Say, I need my money and it's this much. Oh, but your mother borrows money. You're afraid to go back and say, Mama, good. Unless you have you've given to her, then it's okay. But if it was an agreement of being borrowing, people should learn.
It was a loan.
Yes, should learn to adhere to
honor the contract.
Honor the contract. But we are so afraid to talk about money, even at home, even in relationships. And that's the biggest wounds as well that affects many of us. So if we can't talk about money, how possible is it that we are able to talk about it within ourselves?
Sure.
We're even afraid to look at the bank statement.
Yeah.
That's another story. And that's even far away from financial planning. Now imagine now you have to pay for life insurance while you're scared to look at your bank statement.
Hi, but guys, we are still discussing what's really financial coaching.
You know?
I feel like so many of us actually need financial coaching more than financial
planning.
Exactly.
So financial coaching should be a foundation of everyone. Why? Because financial coaching will help you not to fall into debt.
Yeah.
Will help you to invest right. Will help you to invest in the right places, will help you to associate yourself with the right people as well.
It'll help you set the right goals.
It will help you understand even money and even understand yourself.
Your emotions with money. Yeah.
So if I could take the building process of the house, financial coaching is the foundation. And if that is not strong, what will happen in all these
your other financial affairs.
Yes, all your financial affairs that are growing, you're trying to build. If the foundation is not strong, then it's become difficult to have a complete picture of financial
100%.
planning.
I do agree.
So what most people then fail to understand is that you could meet a financial planner who's not a financial coach.
Exactly, that's true.
And when you're meeting a financial planner, no matter how great they are, no matter how qualified they are, and you're in a space of being highly financial wounded, no amount of financial plan will succeed.
I agree.
No amount of many incomes streams will work, because uzohlezi uyibhubhudla.
Yeah.
Uzoyibhubhudla because why? You don't understand what does money mean to you. You don't know what that money should serve you and how it should serve you.
Yeah.
So financial coaches are important for that reason.
Sure. Asithatha umjolo.
Yes.
Ne? Or a relationship or a marriage, whatever the case is.
Yes.
Ne? If you've been hurt in the past, what are the chances you'll enter into a new relationship and not create those hurts again?
Yeah,
so you need to go attend therapy or coaching or whatever the case is.
You need to heal.
Deal with those wounds.
You need to heal.
100%.
So exactly. It's in finances. That's the same
it's
theory.
The same concept.
You cannot heal where you have been hurt.
Okay.
And that what people most don't understand is that we cannot heal in the same environment that have hurt you.
Sure.
That's what I've always told the client. The client will come and say, 50% of my salary, I spend it at home. It's not a bad thing to move out of your home. Not that you are now abandoning your family, but it might be better that you move out and set a certain amount to just give them, so that you'll see the difference, because there's no way you will sort your finances on the space that's actually bringing you down. If it's a relationship that's financially bringing you down, you need to get out of that relationship. If it's marriage that's financially bringing you down, you need to get out of that relationship. That's the thing. You cannot heal on a space that have hurt you.
Okay. That creates that hurt.
Yes. So in finances, whatever is hating your finances, get out of the space that is hurting your finances so that you can heal.
Hi, ngifundile guys. Ngifundile ngifana nani njengamanje. It's so important, and we the reason why I had to emphasize it's ngifundile, it's because even when you are in the financial services industry,
yes,
or in whatever profession, whether you're in medicine or science or whatever the case is, we are so much of the notion yokuthi I'm learned and ngisebenza kwa-finance, I don't need anyone to tell me about my finances.
Yes.
And 100% of the time, that is incorrect.
So, I think because we know technical knowledge of the subject, we then think we know everything. I'm still also a learner.
Yeah.
I'm still doing so many qualifications, but also just being in communities that talks more about financial coaching. And every day I learn new things. I even learned that our body language means something when it comes to finances, you know?
When it comes to finances.
The confidence and how you talk about money means how you relate to money.
Okay.
And it's very important. And it tells your mind what to do with money when it comes. And that then can come out when I give you 15,000. What would be your first reaction? You know, the reaction between somebody who is comfortable in their space of understanding money versus the reaction of someone who doesn't have anything to do with knowing money. If I both give you R1 million by mistake, the one who doesn't know will go straight into the shops the same day. But the one who knows will understand that I need to know where this money is coming from. How did it come about before they can spend it?
Sure.
So that is why we found ourselves being frauded, being scammed because of that relationship with money that we have.
Exactly. So if money came into my account, the feeling I would have at first would be, yay, I'm excited. And then the next feeling would be, it has needs.
Yes.
What about you? If money comes into your account, what are the first two feelings you feel?
Well, if money comes to my account, the first thing I say, welcome.
Okay.
Make it feel at home.
Mm-hmm.
And then I relax, forget about it. So when I've welcomed it, as much as I would have known that it's got needs, but I don't show or feel that I need to do that need now. I give it space. I give myself space to actually figure out, because some of the needs that we think are needs, it's just the excitement and the anxiety. But once the money is there, you then have time to think about it. Do I really need that sofa?
Or not? Sure.
And if I give it space, 2 days or 3 days later, I can figure out, actually, I don't. Maybe let me transfer this to the investment. You know? So give yourself some chance to always digest money.
Yeah. It's like a mushelo.
Yes, you don't just...
Okay,
yes, you know?
Exactly.
What are the consequences of me?
Going into this relationship.
Yes, going to this relationship.
Is this person relatable?
Because sometimes you say, okay, money comes in, I need that sofa. And then you come to realize, but I don't have space for this sofa. Now you feel the after effect of taking that decision. Say, hey, lo sofa this sofa is not what I thought it was. But what has happened? Money is gone.
Exactly.
But had you just digested that, okay, money's here, I'd said I'd buy the sofa, but let me give myself some few days, you know? I've got money that I received on Monday. I still haven't touched it even today. But before it came, I had all the plans. I had already written down, I'll do this. But then when it came, I was like, okay, do I really need those things? 1, 2, 3. No, I don't, you know? And then it's just there now in my account, but I've got greater plans for it. You know, I've saw something more valuable for it. So the first feeling I feel for money, because I've created a strong relationship, welcome. It needs to find a home in me.
Okay.
It needs to know that it can stay, it can grow, it can multiply. Whenever I talk to it, I talk growth.
So personify imali.
Yes.
It needs to be
money is me. I've always introduced myself that I'm Thembisa Mngadi. That was before I got married. My name is Thembisa Mngadi. I'm a financial planner, a financial coach. Money loves me and I love it too. And as I say that, I can actually see it in action, you know?
100%.
There are days where I was like, I never go broke now, because there are days where I was like, okay, I did not expect this money, but it comes for some reason. Either I get a new client and I get a new project, but money finds its way to me now. No matter how small it is.
Because you've spoken into existence.
Because I've spoken into existence that I'm Thembisa, I love money. I've accepted that I love money. Because that's the other wound that we do. Imali, so no. Imali is the what? Root of all evils. That's what people say. So why are we waking up every day for the root of all evils? You know? So the moment you talk bad about it, your mind will tell you to react badly.
It gives it a negative connotation.
But if you talk positive to money, it will also give you a positive vibes. So, yeah.
All right.
Be a millionaire before you actually see millions in your bank account.
Be
a millionaire before you see millions in your bank account.
All right. So be a millionaire in your head.
In your head. Believe it. You know? And that's the greatest thing we don't understand. And that's what financial coaching has told me. Because remember, psychology of money is that the most powerful tool that we have, or organ that we have, is the mind. The mind creates everything.
Sure.
Because it's the one that control our organs. It's the one that control everything that we do.
Make sure what's young in their function.
So everything you instill in your mind, instill some positiveness, instill some growth, and your mind will take you into that action.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm not preaching, I'm not a psychologist.
So that's
what financial coaching, if I can summarize in place, that solutions with financial coaching have no financial products. There is no financial coach that will say, I will sell you a life cover and it will solve your discipline problems.
Sure.
Okay. There is no financial planner or a financial coach that will say, I will sell you a retirement annuity and it will solve your financial anxiety problems. There is no financial coach that will tell you, I will sell you an investment that will solve you the problem of not being financially confident. Because we currently are facing a situation where there's a lot of knowledge in finances. It's freely available. But people are still in debt.
Yeah.
When they know how to pay debt, they know debt is not right. Why? Because there's something called financial confidence to take the action. And that needs what? Discipline. And you can only, you can only get that if you've got somebody who will take your hand and pushes you, remind you, walk the journey with you, and guide you. Somebody who will help you take the actions, build the confidence in you to do the actual budgets and follow it.
Sure.
You know?
I remember back in high school, I used to play rugby. Me, skinny this small. But the whole point there, and we had a coach, obviously, and our coach would tell us, before you go to bed every night, shama push-ups.
Yes.
Ne? And some of us would do it and some of us wouldn't do it.
Yes.
Yeah. But then at the end of the day, when it comes to a rugby game or when it comes to the training session, you would tell who did that and you tell who didn't do it.
Yes.
So you need that coach to help you in actually achieving goals. It's not as easy as, here's my goal, I can just reach out my hand. I need someone who needs to teach me the skill on how to actually reach it. Exactly.
Yes. So that's what financial coaching is all about.
Sure.
We can get the greatest financial plans, but if we haven't solved our internal problems, that creates all this. We find people buying expensive cars. That's because they're trying to achieve a certain need. But because they do not even understand the wound behind that, they will still not be happy with that BMW.
Pause. Guys, did you hear that?
You know? So they will buy the beautiful house. They will buy the most beautiful house, have the most expensive, because the wound that you're trying to solve, you don't even understand it. And then you find somebody who just works average. They live in an average house. They drive an average car. But because they understand their wealth need, they are fully happy in that space. Content. They're content. And their financial goal has been achieved because their wealth means something else.
100%.
So go deeper into understanding that, yes, you might have a dream of having a BMW, but why?
Sure. Is it because and everyone who was exactly. Everyone
but is that really as in I'm happy?
Sure.
I'm good. Or do you feel like every time you PM low, it's debit or it's So I've always even said, there is no one debit order that goes to my bank account and make me feel painful.
Sure.
None of them.
Did you guys hear that?
None of them. You know what? I all know what purpose are they serving.
Sure.
What is it doing into my life? So none of them are painful. None of them give me anxiety. And because remember, debit orders are what we sign up for. So if there is a debit order that gives you heart palpitations, it's either you can't afford that or you don't understand what purpose is it serving in your life. And that's what financial coaching will help you unpack.
Sure. And that is it, guys. We just unpacked what financial coaching is. We are not taking away from what financial planning is. No, that's our livelihood. We practice financial planning, but we're highlighting the importance of financial coaching. And sometimes
integrating the two as well, because they need to work together.
Exactly.
They are what's tennis news?
They are complementary goods.
Yes.
Yes, economics.
Yes. If you've got like great financial coaching, your financial planning journey will be very smooth.
Exactly.
Because you will have the right debit orders that save you. You will have the right financial product. You will definitely go with your plan like smooth, and you will definitely achieve most of your financial goals.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, financial coach Uthembisa Luthuli Mngadi. I am, of course, Ubongo Musa Nkwanyana. Check out our social medias. right below there. I'm sure the screen somewhere.
Yes. So you need to subscribe into our YouTube channel. It's Financially Naked on the Money Couch.
Yeah.
Facebook, Financially Naked on the Money Couch. But we have provided the Money Couch for you to be honest. We sort of like do free financial coaching sessions for you as well, because as you learn from this, you're able to avoid some of the mistakes. You're able to relate, but the most important thing will then find your own personal session.
Exactly.
It's not even expensive to book a financial coaching session. So definitely do subscribe on all our socials. But the most present you can give yourself is to book a session with a financial coach. You will not regret it.
Yeah. All we did here wasn't financial advice. You need specific financial advice for your specific goals. All right. So do comment below. We want to hear what's about this specific session as well, and what financial coaching might do for you. And if you do actually need it, Utembisa has already mentioned Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Catch you guys next time.